Ahoy hoy, welcome back to the Lockdown Lock-In and more of Gavin's Grotty guitars. This is probably going to be a 2 or 3 parter. Don't worry, it's the same episode, but you'll see why in a second. We've looked at this guitar before, but not this particular one. This is a Squier Showmaster. It's rather obviously not a stock colour. This is a V1. Squier did these early 2000s. This is a 2002 May model. It was jet black. Things that set it apart: humbucker, single, 2-point tremolo, 1 volume, 1 tone, no scratch plate, 5-way selector, no locking nut, no locking tuners, but it does have this wonderful easy access neck join thing, which you start seeing on the higher end Fenders nowadays. It's only taken 20 years to get there. It also has side access, dear old jack point, which is nice. It's a lot better. Rather obviously, after some fat hairy bloke picked this up, he went down to Halfords and got some spray paints. But he didn't know how to spray paint, and he ended up with this. I think it's surprisingly good, apart from I didn't cover the pickups, which I ought to have done. It was meant purely as a sort of throwaway stage guitar. The most expensive thing on here is this, which is an original Fender 80s Fender HM Strat strap. I should probably see what those are going for on eBay nowadays. So what's this like? The truth be told, I haven't plugged it in 15 years, and good lord, that sounds awfully close to being in tune. So what do you reckon? Will it work? Middle pickup's gone. So, that's as much as you're going to see at the moment. Why is that? Because this guitar ought to have a bit of a resurrection. There are lots of things wrong with it. The action is way high, the strings are old. The tremolo, I don't even know if it's... I'll find a tremolo arm for that and see if we can get that set up nicely. Everything needs a bit of a clean. Not sure if I'll replace the pickups or not, but the very least that needs doing on this is getting that neck at the right angle and flat so it's playable. So this is next on my resurrection board. Whoa. Hopefully the next time you'll see it, it should be on my workbench.
Several days later.
Ahoy, ahoy! We're back. Quite a few days later, because I got a little obsessed again, as I do, rejuvenating this guitar. It has been hung on a wall for years in the garage, even worse. So I'll do some zoom-ins here or something. What have I done? Changed all of the Allen screws in the bridge. Needed doing. I put it's terrible when you notice something that needs doing. It's not even. I put a steel cover on the humbucker to give it the steel pickup look. I think it looks just wonderfully garish. I mean, correctly garish. Middle pickup needed replacing completely. Neck pickups fine. Gave them silverish covers as well. Neck pickup does need taking down. I have given it a sound check already outside on the pig nose. And it sounds okay. The most important thing of what I did though was completely redid the frets. I didn't defret it, of course. I mean, I'm not that mad for this cheaper guitar. But set the neck up properly and shaped and flattened the frets. One slight issue, some of them had popped out, which I've sort of pushed back in and glued back in as well. They popped out a little bit. The rest was sorted out by flattening and sanding. Let me just tune up. There's always one bit, isn't there? So the pickups are a little bit on the low quality side of things. They're a little bit tinny and hollow. But they're not awful again, which is nice. Should we give it a bit of drive? It's now a reasonable playing guitar, so that time was well spent on it. Now the weakest point is the output jack and the actual electronics, whereas in the past it was the neck. So maybe in another 7 years I'll look at it again and change the electronics. Anyway, this is the final stage. This was the V1. This was the least interesting of the Showmasters in this case. If you remember, I've told you about Showmasters. Showmaster, Stage Master, same thing in the Squier world. This was the entry level. This was the V1. This was hand inspected by Haddy on 2002, so it's nearly 20 years old. Now we can finally talk about the V4s. Maybe not next week, maybe not the week after, but they're now in sight. And yes, excellent. Until next time, don't use Halfords car paints, and I'll see you around. Subscribe down there, more videos down there, and now it's time for a cat. Toodle pip.